Hey guys, today we are going through my Blue Eyes White Dragon boss deck. I'm just going to go through a couple of cards, show you why I like them, talk about the cards. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So right off of the back, we're going to be starting off with 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. A must in this deck in my eyes. It's a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck for a reason. These 3 cards allow you to do endless possibilities with XYZ monsters, fusion monsters, synchro monsters. There's a lot of cards in this deck that have effects whilst these are in the graveyard or on the field. So yeah, definitely 3 of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Pretty much a beat stick straight off the bat as well. 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. So why would you not have 3 of those? So we're going to put those to the side. The next one, we run 2 Blue Eyes Jet Dragons. Pretty cool card, to be fair. This card can be brought out when any card, is it a monster card? I think it's a monster card. If a card / cards, so yeah, not even a monster card is destroyed on the field, you can pretty much bring this card out if Blue Eyes White Dragon is on the field or in the graveyard. So really good. It's got 3,000 attack, 0 defense. The second effect of this card is pretty much if this card battles at the start of the battle, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Really good. Say your opponent's got a defense position monster or they've got someone on their back row that you're just not too sure about. Boom, go to battle phase, use its effect, and then continue battle phase. 3,000 attack, 0 defense, really good card again. We run 2 of those. The next one we run 2 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. So this card's name becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon whilst it is on the field or in the graveyard. It must be special summoned from your hand. So you can special summon this card from your hand by revealing 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand. And it's pretty much a Blue Eyes White Dragon when it gets on the field. Second effect of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is that once per turn you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So you don't even have to attack with this card. If you do use that effect though, you can't attack with this card. So I guess it has its ups and downs, but pretty much again 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense, level 8 monsters all around. Awesome card to have. And again, this is a Blue Eyes White Dragon whilst on the field or in the graveyard, which really helps when you sort of bring out your fusion monsters. So for example, we've got Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon there that requires Blue Eyes White Dragon and 1 Dragon monster. Neo Blue Eyes, Twin Burst, Blue Eyes Ultimate, Alternative Ultimate. So the list is endless, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards at stake there. Blue Eyes White Dragon already. So cracking stuff. Next one, we sort of run boosters with those cards. So we run Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Awesome card. The attack and defense is a bit lower, so it's got 2,500 attack and defense. However, really good effects on this card. So it's when it's normal or special summoned, you can add 1 ritual spell or 1 polymerization from deck to hand. Sweet. That allows us to bring out a card. Pretty much, that allows us to bring out our Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon in less than 2 turns. Awesome. Because when it's normal summoned, you can add the ritual spell or poly, and then at the end of your turn, and this is once per turn, so you can keep doing this, you can add 1 level 8 or higher dragon type monster from your deck to your hand. Awesome, underrated card. The play we sort of use this card with is, we say we have Whitestone of the Ancients, which we'll come on to in a minute, in our graveyard. It's sent there that turn. We can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from deck at the end of that turn. When that's special summoned, you can add 1 ritual spell or polymerization to hand. So there you go, you've already got your ritual spell. And at the end of the turn, you can add a level 8 or higher dragon type monster. Awesome card. Definitely recommend having at least 1, maybe 2 of these in your Blue Eyes deck. So now we're going to Dragon Spirit of White. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. So if you have like other monsters in the deck that can special summon a Blue Eyes monster, this you can special summon this. Pretty much this is treated as a normal monster while it is in the hand or graveyard. So again, it's pretty much telling you it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon pretty much, except less attack, less defense. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one spell or trap your opponent controls and banish it. If your opponent controls a monster, the quick effect of this card, you can tribute this card, special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. Awesome card, definitely one to have in the deck. The attack and defense, even though it's a bit lower, still 2,500 and 2,000 defense. Awesome card to have. Almost at the end of our main monsters. We're going to go on to our third last main monster. So we've got Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Pretty much you can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one face-up dragon type monster you control. And then once per turn, you can special summon one dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard, except Red Eyes Metal Dragon. So as long as that remains on the field pretty much, and you've banished one dragon monster from your side of the field, you can keep bringing back dragon monsters from your graveyard. That's right, that's Blue Eyes, Jet Dragon, Abyss Dragon, and they're all classified as a special summon as well, which is great. Also, it's attack and defense, really good attack and defense, 2,800, 2,400, awesome card to have. Definitely recommend getting one of those in any dragon deck. Last two main cards, so we run a Deep Eyes White Dragon. This is probably one of the most underused, unrated cards in Blue Eyes decks, pretty much because they can be quite slow. However, the effect of this card is simply amazing. Once a Blue Eyes monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Now, it states on the attack and defense that it is 0. Don't know if you can see that very well. But pretty much, the attack of this card is 600. Sorry, no, the attack of this card is your choice of any dragon monster that's in your graveyard. That's the first effect. The second effect is for every dragon type monster in your graveyard, you can inflict 600 damage times that amount. So you could pretty much, so say we've got six dragons in our graveyard. So I think it is with different names. So different names in your graveyard. You can inflict 600 damage of life points to the person. So say we had a Blue Eyes White Dragon, Spirit Dragon, Tyrant Dragon, for example, different names. That's 1,800 life points gone straight away. And then you can choose the attack of this card for a monster, a dragon type monster in your graveyard. Awesome card. It can be really easy to summon. You just have to have it in your card have it in your hand at that time. And then we go on to our last final main monster, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. I probably use this the most when I play these duels. I try to find the searches for Abyss Dragon, Chaos Form. We'll get onto them in a minute. Contract with the Abyss. Those sort of spells, ritual spells, to allow me to summon that. Good thing about Chaos Max Dragon as well, it's got 4,000 attack, 0 defense. If this card targets and attacks a defense position monster, inflicts double piercing battle damage. So that is 8,000 attack pretty much versus whatever defense their monster's got. And the way piercing battle damage works is, say this attacks a defense position monster, this has got 8,000 attack then. The defense position monster could have 1,200 attack. You'd simply minus the 1,200 off the 8,000, 6,800 worth, 6,800 points worth of damage to your opponent. 2-turn game winning, because even if that attacks an attack position monster, there are not a lot of monsters that have got 4,000 attack. It can be destroyed by card. Is it card effects? So you can't target this card with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So pretty much spells and traps you can use against it. Monster effects, it's useless against this card. But yeah, quite an easy card to summon. Beat stick, absolute beat stick. So now we're coming on to the support cards. So we've got Keeper of Dragon Magic, really good card. When this card is normal or special summoned, discard a card, add 1 polymerization, normal spell, or fusion normal spell from deck to hand. Second effect of this is you can reveal 1 monster in your extra deck and special summon one of the fusion monsters mentioned on that card from your graveyard in face down defense. You can use these once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters the turn you activated this card. So really good card. Normal special summon it, get your poly, fusion summon whatever you want to do. You'll already have one of the materials on the field from its effect. So yeah, must have in a dragon deck. Definitely. So moving on to the next one, we are running 3 Dictators of D's. You can normal summon these because they are level 4, or you could special summon these by sending 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to the graveyard. That's the first effect of Dictator of D. Second effect is you can discard 1 card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon, or discard a Blue Eyes White Dragon and special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your graveyard. So pretty much a Blue Eyes deck, you're going to have cards all the time that state Blue Eyes White Dragon in the text. You can pretty much special summon a Dictator of D and a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the same turn. That's the second effect of that card. Third effect of Dictator of D, if you control a Blue Eyes monster, you choose the attack targets of your opponent monster. Awesome. So an opponent monster, let's say, has 2,500 attack. I've got a Dictator of D and a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. He's going to choose to target Dictator of D because it's got the lower attack. I can switch that target. He'll then have a monster destroyed and life points lost, equivalent to the battle damage. So yeah, Dictator of D, definitely run 3 of that card. The next card we run 3 of, my favourite card in the whole of my deck is Maiden with the Eyes of Blue. Awesome card. It's a level 1 tuner monster, 0 attack, 0 defense. This simply just gets you a Blue Eyes White Dragon out for free whilst this card remains on the field. So the first effect of Maiden is when this card is targeted by for an attack or monster or a card effect, you can negate that, switch it to defense position, and special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand, deck, or graveyard. That's the first effect. Second effect is if this card is targeted at any time, when a card or effect is activated that targets this face-up card, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand, deck, or graveyard. So pretty much, if it's targeted by an attack or card effect, you get a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. And we run 3 of those cards. Awesome card, awesome. Moving on to probably the second favourite one is the Whitestone of Ancients. So again, another level 1 tuner, Dragon tuner effect monster. Pretty much, I just use these cards to get as many Blue Eyes monsters as I can from my deck to the field. So I use this card specifically for Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon to allow me to summon Chaos Max Dragon. So pretty much I set this card when I play, so I'll normally have it like that. If he attacks this card, it's going to be destroyed. It's got 500 defense, not unless their monster hasn't got that much attack. That goes to the graveyard. The effect only works at the end of the turn if it was sent there that turn. So pretty much it allows you to special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from deck. Awesome card. Second effect of this, if you have, for example, a Blue Eyes monster in the graveyard and you want that back in your hand, you can banish this card from your graveyard, return any Blue Eyes monster from the graveyard to your hand. Awesome card, awesome card. And we run 3 of those, just because it acts as a defense barrier as well, but also the amazing effect of that card. We then run 2 Whitestone of the Legends. So like Whitestone of Ancients, except this is immediate. So as soon as this card is destroyed, you can add 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to your hand. We run 2 of those, and it's a tuner monster as well, so a really nice card for synchroing. And then finally, the last 2 cards, we've got the Sage with the Eyes of Blue. Awesome effect. I'll come on to the last card in a minute. Sage with the Eyes of Blue. You discard this card, then target 1 effect monster you control. Send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from deck. So, Sage with the Eyes of Blue works really well with Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, because pretty much what you can do is you can have a Maiden on the field. You can use Sage with the Eyes of Blue's effect from your hand, discard this card, target 1 effect monster. So this is using this effect, and special summon a Blue Eyes monster from deck. Because this card is targeted, that goes to defense. You can then special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand, deck, or graveyard. So these two go hand in hand with each other, and you've still got a Maiden on the field, and you'll have 2 Blue Eyes Monsters on the field as well. So really good card. I was running with 3 of these, but I realised that you only need 2 to get it to work. But yeah, that's the second last monster. The final monster we run with is more for an effect. We run Ash Blossom. So pretty much it's just a negate for when your opponent either adds a card from the deck to the hand, special summons from the deck, sends a card from the deck to the graveyard. You can negate that. Just keeps play interesting. Always a good card to have in your hand, because since it's a level 3, you can also set it, special summon it, do whatever you want, so it is also acting as a defense barrier. Next, we're going on to the spells. So we run 3 copies of Trade-In. So Trade-In is discard 1 level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. Easy peasy. We've got plenty of level 8s in the deck, and we want to keep cycling the deck so we can get getting used to what we want to do, because we can summon, like I said earlier, XYZs, fusions, synchro, etc, etc, and that card definitely helps it. So pretty much this is the second version of this. So cards of Consonance, discard 1 dragon type tuner monster with 1,000 or less attack. Good thing we've got White Stone of Legends and the White Stone of the Ancients to help us with that. So that allows us to draw another 2 cards. We've also got 1 for 1, because we have a lot of level 1s in the deck. Send 1 monster from hand to the grave. Send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 level 1 monster from hand or deck. Awesome. So we could have a White Stone of the Ancients, for example, in our hand. So we could send 1 monster from hand to the graveyard. Send that to the graveyard. Special summon 1 level 1 monster from hand or deck. We could special summon a Maiden, a Legend, an Ancient, regardless. And then when it comes to the end of that turn, because we sent the White Stone of the Ancients to the graveyard, we can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from deck, and then boom, next turn, hopefully OTK. Right, next spell we've got is Foolish Burial. So like I just said, White Stone of the Ancients, that's the key that we go for. Send 1 monster from deck to the graveyard. Just a nice little quick play. We can get a Blue Eyes monster out when we need one, if it's our turn, of course. We've got 1 Polymerization. We also run 1 Super Polymerization, and then we run 2 Ultimate Fusions. These are our main poly cards in the deck. Pretty much, Polymerization, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster using materials on the field or in your hand. Super Poly allows you to use a opponent's monster as well as one of your own. And Ultimate Fusion, it must be for a Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician. No, sorry, that is a Blue Eyes White Dragon, just a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's the other one I was thinking of, a Dark Magician. So Ultimate Fusion's cracking, because during your main phase, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as material by shuffling the fusion materials listed on it from your hand, field, and or graveyard back into the deck. Then, depending on how many Blue Eyes White Dragons were used from the field, you can destroy up to that many cards your opponent controls. And we run 2 of them. Awesome card. You get monsters back in your deck. Possibility of destroying your opponent's cards before you even attack. Definitely a must for Ultimate Fusion. Normal Poly is good because we can search it with Keeper of Dragon Magic. And then Super Poly is good because it's a quick play. We can use it on our turn and our opponent's turn. Next spell we use is Harpy's Feather Duster. Just in case we're worried about the back row, destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls. Really good card to have on the field, or in your deck, shall I say. We then run 2 ritual spells, Chaos Form and Contract with the Abyss. So pretty much, when we special summon or normal summon our Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, we can get one of these 2 cards from deck to hand. Pretty much they do the exact same thing. They are used to ritual summon ritual monsters. Chaos Form. This card can be used to ritual summon any Chaos or Black Luster Soldier ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand and hand or field, and or banish Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician from your graveyard. They must equal the same levels. So that's hand, field, or banish Blue Eyes White Dragon. This one is hand or field, so nothing about banishing. You just got to have a level 8 monster to be able to to ritual summon the Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Next one we use is Melody of Awakening Dragon. Pretty much discard a card, add up to 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense from deck to hand. What that card pretty much is saying is get one Blue Eyes White Dragon and one Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon to your hand. Show them that card in your hand, special summon that for free. Thank you very much. That's what that card is telling you to do. Naughty card, to be fair, but must have in the deck. I used to run 2 of these again as well, but didn't need to. 1 is plenty for that. Next card we got is Return of the Dragon Lords. So Return of the Dragon Lords is target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And then the second effect of this card, if a dragon monster you control, not the special summoned one, but if a dragon monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Awesome card. Awesome card to have. Pretty much keeps your monster on the field for another turn. Chop and get thinking of what you want to do on your next turn, and you can just banish that card because it's already had its use out of it. We also run a fusion deployment. So pretty much this one is reveal a fusion monster in your extra deck and special summon one of the materials specifically listed on that card to your side of the field. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters the turn you activate this card's effect. So good card to have in there, allows you to get a fusion material out just like that. Next one we run is Dragon Shrine. So going back to the White Stone of the Ancients, this card helps us get a Dragon Shrine. This one helps us get a Blue Eyes monster on the field. So what this card is saying is send one Dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Pretty much at this point we would want to be sending the Blue Eyes because the next part says if that monster was a normal monster, so you could send a Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dragon Spirit of White. If that dragon was a normal monster you send one more Dragon type monster to the graveyard. So Blue Eyes White Dragon in the graveyard, White Stone of the Ancients in the graveyard, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from deck at the end of your turn, boom, Chaos Max Dragon, or boom, set up for a fusion XYZ summon. We also run Burial from a different dimension because we do banish some cards in from our deck. This card allows us to target up to 3 banished monsters and send them back to the graveyard. So again, White Stone of the Ancients, if we use its second effect to banish it to get a Blue Eyes monster from graveyard back to hand, we can pretty much use this card, get the White Stone of the Ancients back from the banished zone to the graveyard, and because they get sent to the graveyard that turn, their effect activates, we can special summon a Blue Eyes monster. And that's what you want to keep doing, keep thinking of. Just 3 more. So these 3 are pretty much for Blue Eyes cards. Vision with the Eyes of Blue, Successor Soul, and Strength and Unity. This one is allowing you to, if you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, when you activate this spell card, you can reveal one Blue Eyes White Dragon, special summon one monster from your hand. It's a continuous spell, so that's the first effect. The second effect is once per turn. Then you can apply the following effect based on the original name of the card returned to the hand. So you can target one face-up monster you control, return that face-up monster to the hand, then apply one of these effects. If that monster was a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon one monster from your hand. If it was a different monster, you can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand. Awesome card to get, again, Blue Eyes Abyss onto the field, Blue Eyes White Dragon. She's got Jet Dragon, Alternative White Dragon. Awesome cards. Successor Soul. This card is a tribute 1 effect monster, then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. Then special summon one level 7 or higher normal monster from hand or deck. You can only activate this once per turn. You can only attack with 1 monster during the turn you activated this card. Pretty cool card. And then Strength and Unity. This card is if you ritual or fusion summon using Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician, you can target 1 card your opponent controls or in their graveyard and banish it. That's the first effect. The second effect is you can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard, then target 1 level 7 or higher normal monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand or shuffle it into the deck. You can activate this once per turn because, again, it's a continuous. So 3 must cards to just help you bring out your Blue Eyes monsters and do some other wicked stuff with. Trap cards. First trap card we've got is True Light. When we play this, we can either special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand or graveyard if we have one there. Second effect, if we don't have one there, we can set a spell/trap that specifically lists Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name. Awesome card. The only downside is this card is destroyed, all your monsters are also destroyed, unless they can't be targeted by card effects. Next one is Champion's Vigilance. So if you control a level 7 or higher normal monster, so Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dragon Spirit of White, those sort of monsters, when your opponent would special summon a monster or activate a spell/trap, and you have that level, that Blue Eyes White Dragon or Spirit of White on your field, negate the summon or activation, destroy the card. Really good card to have for a Blue Eyes deck. Next one is Fists of the Unrivaled Tenyi. Awesome card. It's pretty much doing what that card does, except the second effect of this card is if it is set and it is destroyed by like Harpies, for example, or your opponent targets this card, you can special summon one normal monster from your extra deck. And that helps us bring out Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, because it is a normal monster, 4,500 attack, 3,800 defense. That card is simply there to negate something your opponent does, or bring out one of the most powerful normal monsters in the game. The next card that we run, and we have changed it a couple of times, but we do like keeping this card in our deck, in my deck anyway, is Anti-Spell Fragrance. Pretty much both players, so including myself, must have a spell card on the field for one turn set before activating it. That's a continuous trap. Horrible card because it has done me over a couple of times, but you just need to remember to set your spell cards before you sort of activate them, so have like a play ahead. Next card we use is Necrofusion. Special summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials mentioned on it from your graveyard. So say I have 5 dragon monsters in my graveyard, or anything, I can pretty much summon any fusion monster I want. 5-headed dragon, Blue Eyes Tyrant. Again, if I have 3 Blue Eyes Neo, 2 Blue Eyes Twin, Blue Eyes and another dragon monster, Blue Eyes Tyrant, Ultimate, alternative ultimates, and you get the picture. Necrofusion's a really good card to help bring that out. Almost there. So we also use a Trap Jammer. So if we go to attack, we normally have a Trap Jammer on the field. So if someone plays like a Mirror Force or a Magic Cylinder or something to negate that attack, no, we'll just counter trap it with Trap Jammer and pretty much mess up their whole operation. Speaking of Magic Cylinder, we do one Magic Cylinder and we run one Mirror Force. Magic Cylinder is a great way of saving your life points. When an opponent monster's attack, it comes off your opponent's life points, and then Mirror Force is when a opponent's monster attack, destroy all of their attack position monsters. Awesome card. You can only have one of those in the deck though. On to the last 2 trap cards. First of the last 2 is Dragon Capture Jar. All dragon type monsters on the field are switched to defense position and remain in this position as long as this card is active. Really good card in case someone's attacking your attack position. Can quickly nip it to defense, save your life points. And then the last one we run is Fiendish Chain. Pretty much this card is activate this card by targeting one effect monster on the field. Negate the effects of that face-up monster whilst it's on the field. Also, that face-up monster can't attack. When it is destroyed, destroy this card. It's pretty much making that monster useless until this card is destroyed, and that's what we want, especially on effect monsters. Onto the extra deck then. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're the same. 5 XYZs, Thunder End Dragon, Dragulon, Draglubion, 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon, and then Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Saber. They all do different things. Thunder End Dragon is one of the most OP ones. 2 level 8 normal monsters, so 2 Blue Eyes. Once per turn you can detach a material from this card, destroy all of the monsters on the field. That does include your side. Draglubion, the effect only works if you don't control any other monsters, but the effect allows you to special summon one dragon type monster from your hand, target a dragon type monster your opponent controls and take control of it, or dragon type monsters your opponent controls cannot activate their effects until the end of your opponent's turn. But the effects only work with that card if you control no other monsters. Draglubion's effect is pretty good. You can't target this card with card effects. You can detach a material, take 2 dragon number monsters, so we'd use those 2. Special summon one of them and attach the other to it as material. Also, for the rest of this turn, you can't special summon other monsters or declare an attack except with the special summon monster. So yeah, pretty good card. Allows you to get another XYZ card out and one material, and the effects work for both. 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon. 2 level 8 monsters on this as well. Once per battle phase, at the start of the battle phase, detach a material from this card, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters currently on the field. Their attack and defense become their original attack and defense, and during the battle phase, if you activated this effect this turn, each time an opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains 1,000 attack. So it's already got 3,000 attack. It's like a simplified Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in XYZ form. Awesome card, awesome card. And pretty much the last effect is if you successfully negate that, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase that turn. Then finally, we are on to number C62, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. What this card allows you to do is, so it's 3 level 8 light monsters for this card. You can also XYZ summon this card by using number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Transfer its material to this card. At the start of your battle phase, you can detach a material. This card can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during this battle phase. If this card has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as material, it gains effects. We don't run that card, although we do have it, so we may have to put that back in the deck. So that's the XYZ. Fusion ones, we've got 5-headed dragon, we run 2 tyrants, Neo Blue Eyes, Twin Burst, Blue Eyes Ultimate, and Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. All different effects, like Tyrant Dragon can't be targeted by trap cards or effects. 5-headed dragon can be only destroyed by a light monster. Neo Blue Eyes, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons to summon it. You can, every time this card attacks, you can send another fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. This card can attack again. Twin Burst, this card can attack monsters twice. Blue Eyes Ultimate is just a beat stick. And then Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. You can't target or destroy this card with card effects. Once per turn, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. If this card was fusion summoned using a monster's name who is Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon as material, you can target up to 3 cards your opponent controls instead. This card cannot attack the turn it activated this effect. Wow. Beat stick, beat stick, beat sticks. Honestly, the fusion materials of Blue Eyes White Dragon are so good when you get them out. And then we just run 2 different types of synchros, Azure Eyes and Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Azure Eyes, the effect of this is when this card is special summoned, dragon type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. Second effect is once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Awesome to bring out Blue Eyes White Dragons or Dragon Spirit of Whites. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Once per turn, when an effect or of a card in the graveyard is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation. Quick effect 2, you can tribute this synchro summoned card, special summon 1 light dragon synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position, except this card, but destroy it during the end phase of this turn. So those 2 work hand in hand together. And that's pretty much the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck that we have made. We will be dueling very shortly with it, guys. We hope you enjoyed that quick. I say quick. We hope you enjoyed that Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. And yeah, just send us a like. Put the comments down below. Click subscribe. Let us know what you want to see. We have got a load of decks, a load of unboxings coming shortly. But thanks for watching our first video ever made, and we hope to see you soon.